Incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes. Aussie bourbon lovers sharing bourbon with Australia.
I'm excited that you're pouring for me tonight. What are you pouring me?
Some Elijah Craig.
Okay, let's do it. Elijah Craig's small batch is what you're pouring.
Yep.
And we've picked this one because it's remarkably easy to get your hands on in Australia, actually. Well, there's a few reasons we picked it, but Dan Murphy's has it.
It's a great tasting, affordable one. That's
droves. Has droves? Yeah, you can have whiskey in droves, can't you?
A lot of it. You can have a lot of it.
You can have a lot of whiskey in droves?
No, as in a lot of it is available.
Okay.
I don't know. Cheers. I like
Cheers.
it.
There's something great about Elijah Craig Small Batch, actually, that I reckon is pretty cool, which is that it is one of the oldest whiskies that you can get as a kind of entry level. Like it's for the Elijah Craig brand. This is the one that you get straight away. The age statement that they say is 8 to 12 years.
Oh, that's a good aging. Like
amazing. And you smell it like on the nose. You get it straight away, right?
Yeah.
You're getting
that nice oaky.
Yeah.
Smoky, oaky.
It's one of the oaky ones. It's one of the ones that you get that lovely oakiness on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lovely. Tell me about Elijah Craig, Age.
He was a preacher. Got that correctly? Preacher? Baptist preacher? He was a distiller. Is that correct? Or just
evangelist and entrepreneur, they say.
Yeah. They claim that he was one of the first to char barrels. Which, there's always a lot of claims around whiskey and bourbon, and every distillery has a claim, but this is their claim, that he potentially was one of the first to char the barrel, which definitely would have changed the landscape for bourbon.
I know I talk about Neat, the documentary Neat, a lot, but in Neat there's that lovely scene where they go through all the different stories of what could be the stories of how they first worked out that you should be putting this new make spirit into a new charred oak barrel to pull out this flavour. And Elijah Craig, of course, is one of the stories.
Yeah. They first discovered it, they sent it down a river. It was an accident, wasn't it?
Well, so this is that's another one of the stories, right?
Yeah. They sent the white dog, is that right?
Oh, new make spirit, the white dog. Yeah,
down the river in a oak barrel, and then all the rolling around and time, and got to the other end and tasted good, and I thought, this is a great idea.
If the only good thing that comes from someone listening to Aussie Bourbon Lovers is that they watch Neat, what a duty to the world we would have done.
Exactly. They should also try some bourbon, and Elijah Craig one is a recommendation.
Absolutely. Yeah. Lots of time in the barrel compared to lots of other kind of really easy to get, kind of super accessible bourbons you can get in Australia. So that's pretty cool.
This is a good, well-aged, affordable, easy to source. Tell me, small batch. What do they classify as a small batch?
So great. What a great question. And the answer is that there's actually no
specific
classic. The only thing it can't be is a large batch. I'm pretty sure I've got that right. It's the only. That's real. That's real.
What's a large batch then?
Well, exactly.
So they just put small batch when it's just. I thought there was a number.
No.
There had to be a certain number of barrels.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. So I think it's like a thing, and I think that like out of duty and honour and all that kind of stuff, I think like Jim Beam White Label doesn't call itself
small batch.
But I'm pretty sure that that's the rule. I should get my book out.
I really thought we should, maybe this is something we should research.
So I can double check that exact thing. But I'm pretty sure small batch just means it's not a large batch. They put it on lots of things. But having said that, of the small batch whiskey, what they call small batch whiskies or small batch bourbons, this is one that gets a lot of acclaim. And in maybe 2018, I'm not sure, San Francisco Whiskey Prize, they gave this the best small batch bourbon in the world. And I think it's won it a few times again since then. I could be maybe not exactly San Fran, but holy moly, I agree. It's a really good one, and it's a pretty bottle too. Hey, it's a
great bottle.
Great shape and the nice cork, and the 1789 that's on there represents the year that Elijah Craig opened his distillery.
Yeah.
And they call him the father of bourbon, but
that's a big title, father of bourbon.
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know.
That along with the charring of the barrels and the delicious oaky smell.
Yeah, yeah.
It's yum.
I really like it. Do you know something that it has for me on the nose? Is it's got a bit of a nose for me that's quite like the nose of the Michter's 10-year. Which is that oakiness, that kind of like confectionery oakiness.
Yeah.
I don't know how to better describe that.
It's like a bit of oak and caramel kind of
maybe.
combination.
Yep.
Or butterscotch.
Maybe, yep.
It leaves I find it leaves a flavour in your whole mouth. Sometimes I get like once I drink it, it's like leaves a bit at the back of the throat, or sometimes it really flavours your tongue. I find this my whole mouth is like delicious and yummy and full flavour. Is that what they say? I don't know how they describe it.
Yeah, we.
Full-bodied.
Yeah, you get to say whatever you want. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm going to do my research on the small batch though. I reckon there's a number, but you don't. I'm going to see one of us is right, one of us is wrong, or both of us are completely wrong.
We're probably all wrong. One of the really cool things I think about Elijah Craig is that it's kind of, in my mind at least, it's bounced to prominence off the back of this amazing barrel proof that came out last year, the C923.
Yeah,
I
what's
think
special about that?
Well, to a lot of people in the bourbon community, C923 was the best bourbon of 2023.
Yep.
I'm sure I got this. I hope I'm getting it right, calling it barrel proof. It's the range, the C923 barrel proof kind of release was just a remarkable limited release of Elijah Craig, and I've got a bottle of it. I happened to be in Kentucky when Heaven Hill were doing some releases, and I just happened to be at the Heaven Hill Distillery, and
right place, right time.
Right place, right time. And I was in this showroom when, like in the gift shop, when I saw a guy running around the gift shop, and I was like, what's he running for? And then I realised I had like 3 bottles at the back of the shelf.
Oh,
and
so you got one?
Yeah. He was running to grab his wife. And he dragged his wife to the front and said, that means I can have 2, right? There's 2 of us.
One per customer.
Yeah, and so I stood behind him to find out what he was doing. And when he said, I want the C923, I was like, oh, that's what's at the back there. I'll have that last one. And so I got it. I was there for a business trip, everybody. That's why I was there.
That's why I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't drag my wife. But I was thinking if there were more bottles, I would have found it.
When you just get a random
and said,
stranger.
they're my partner. And,
yeah.
They're with me, don't worry. Anyway, but so that's how, to be honest, Elijah Craig's been around for a long time. It's amazing that it's 8 to 12 years as an age statement.
Yeah.
And props to them for leaving it in the barrel so much longer, because there's a huge expense to do that, right?
Yeah, massive. But it just definitely adds flavour and like that softness to it. Is that like largely wheat and not rye?
I love this question because my understanding of this, no, there's no wheat in this. This is the 3.
Yeah, so this is rye
and malted barley.
So that softness comes from the age.
So, and everyone can correct us. Tell us in the comments whatever you like, because I'm going to have this a little bit wrong. The charcoal acts as a natural filter. So as the spirit in the barrel flexes through the charcoal, the filtration of the charcoal basically will filter out the nastiness. So the longer it's in
the longer it's in there, the smoother it gets.
A little bit.
Like it.
I'm not saying that's exactly right, but
I'm learning new things.
Younger whiskies might have a little bit less time on the interfacing with the charcoal.
Yep.
That's what the char is. This is a char 3. It's also a toasted barrel. It's it's not a crazy char, but it's a pretty heavy char. And, good amount of time in the barrel. Yeah.
Yep. Has a smooth finish. Great flavours. We recommend it.
We do recommend it. And you can kind of get it. You can kind of get it basically anywhere in Australia. Like, as in, if you're at an OK bottle shop that's got some OK whiskies, you should be able to
they should
get
have
it.
An Elijah Craig.
Yep. I would also say that if you do get to Kentucky, Heaven Hill is a great distillery to visit.
Yeah.
They do so many different. They do a good range of different bourbons and they've got a cool kind of experience to go and check out. There's been a few things happening there, so everything's been changing a little bit over the last few years, but certainly good place to go and check out. And they've got some great brands that you can go and taste and try and #recommend.
#recommend.
Grab yourself a bottle of Elijah Craig.
Yeah, run. Grab your wife, apparently.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.